All right, welcome everyone to the regular meeting of the Eureka Springs Parks and Recreation Commission. Today is Tuesday, April 16th, 2024 at 6:05 p.m. Can we get a roll call?
Beth Giltner here.
Jonathan Tigan here.
Mark Ingram.
Ruth Goodwin-Hager.
Sam Dudley.
Rod Gray.
All right, has everybody reviewed the agenda?
Yes.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda, please.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Ron, a second by Jonathan. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? No. All right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 to 0 on that. All right, now we have public comments. Does anybody from the public want to comment? All right. Chairperson's comments. I don't have any at this time. Director's report, Sam Dudley.
I feel like I always started off with the same sentence. It's been hectic but productive.
All right, you done?
Yep. So I did a little differently. So I just broke it down per park. Spring break was really busy, great, financially for us. Definitely learned some lessons about proper staffing though for next year. I mean, we basically have to treat spring break as one of the busiest, if not the busiest week for us down there. So next year we'll have to be a little more prepared in terms of staffing. I mean, we handled it, but
Out of curiosity, was it sort of the 3-week spring break weeks, or was it just more the Arkansas?
I would say the Texas one was the busiest. So the first
Really?
week in March was busy, and then it kind of tapered off actually. But yeah,
But that wasn't
the Texas
busy.
one was it was still busy,
packed.
but
We went hiking out there, and the campground was full. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked great.
yeah, it was fun. But yeah, we need a couple more people there. The Eclipse event went well, so it was actually kind of uneventful in a good way. It's hot dogs and the eclipse happened and it went away and no issues. Harmon Park, we got the HVAC installed at the Harmon Park Workshop building, and then the plumbers should be coming in this week to do the plumbing for the bathrooms. So once we got that done, we'll do the electric and the sheetrock and some touch-up stuff, but we're getting very close to being able to rent that out. Also, Leon Willis is doing the bathroom, finishing off the mural of the bathroom down there. So
Wow.
that was paid for by the Arts Council. So thank you to the Arts Council for paying for that. He sent me a photo today and it looked really good, so should have that done soon. We're also building a small greenhouse at the Harmon Park where that one ugly shed used to be. We're just making it bigger, and it's going to be properly dimensioned for a greenhouse for the gardeners to use. So they don't need anything massive, but just something to make it more efficient. Right now, the office is being kind of used as a pseudo greenhouse, and
Like literally, I went in there the other day,
let's
the
just say
whole
there's lots of soil on the
back
ground.
room was covered with dirt and plants and everything.
I mean, it's cool, but it's
Yeah, glad they were.
They need their own space. Basin Park, I don't know if you guys got a chance to drive by it today on the way down here, but they started doing the railings on the band shell.
I saw that, yeah.
Looks really good, so we're pretty excited. We also got 4 more of the benches in the park as well, so yeah, it's looking really good. 8 more, the final 8 will be before Memorial Day, so
Wonderful.
and then we'll be done with everything for now. Gardens and Springs, I don't know did y'all make it to the Sweet Spring commercial shooting? Okay. It was pretty cool. It was a cool
It was
event.
crowded.
I mean, I saw a lot of the pictures and the videos and stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I know
think
people
the-
that went said it was neat.
Footage should be pretty cool. And then, Main Street Eureka Springs is funding new trail kiosks, like trail map kiosks. There'll be one at Basin Park, Crescent Spring, Sweet Spring, Harmon Park, and then the Music Park, which isn't technically our property, but it's a place where people park, so I figured good place to get it.
Uh,
They're funding 4 out of 5 of them. Harmon Park is not technically in their district, so they couldn't fund it, but 80%.
Yeah.
It should be really cool as well. And then Dustin from Ozark CNC, I don't know if you guys know Dustin or not, but he's the one who made the trail signs that are up now. We're kind of adding more in, so he'll be working on that soon. And then we'll have all the trails marked, like the Crystal Terrace and Gnome Trail and all that stuff, so. Hopefully by the summertime, we'll have everything marked and ready so people can explore the town and not feel like they're trespassing. What a concept, signs. And then also, I almost forgot about this, but the Arbor Day is April 26th, and we'll be doing a tree planting at Little Eureka Spring. There's a tree that died, and it's just a stump there. We just got to take that out, and we'll use that hole to plant a new redbud tree. So
What time would that be, Sam? Do you
I
know?
think it's 2 o'clock. I'll post on Facebook.
Okay.
The 26th, the Friday?
Yeah.
So that's April?
Yeah, and the mayor will be there, and we'll do the whole shindig. And yeah. If someone can remind me to take photos, or someone take photos, the Tree City people like to see the evidence of the event. So, yeah, that's it.
That's all for you?
And Starlink. We did get the Starlink up and running,
Oh, good.
and it's I haven't been out there to test it, but apparently it's fast.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. All right. That's your last thing? Nothing else? Speak up or shut up.
Next month. It's always next month.
I wasn't
All right.
expecting that.
Committee reports. We only really have one committee at this point, which is Finance Committee. I still have 1 month. I think this last month, we have reconciliation to do. I think Nikki told me this morning that auditor is coming in the morning for just a 30-minute quick little review.
Yeah, from like 9 to 9:20.
Yeah,
He has
it's
to
gonna
be
be-
somewhere at 9:30.
Yeah, so it's going to be a real quick, otherwise I would probably go down there just to hear what he had to say, but I don't think it's going to be relevant. I mean, you can't do anything in 20 minutes. He's not going to actually audit
I think he's just
us.
going to give us the list and introduce himself, and then maybe later we'll have a more
Yeah,
official.
because I would actually like to be there later. And
Do you want me to
would
go
like
tomorrow?
you to be there too.
I can go tomorrow.
I don't think, I could go. It's not that, it's just that
If you had
he's
20
literally going to
minutes, it's
introduce
gonna be-
himself and hand a piece of paper, so.
Yeah.
It's a new auditor, right?
Yeah, I think it is. His name is Patrick, and I feel like the last time it was a,
It's a woman.
Last-
a woman.
yeah, it was Michelle, I don't remember her last name,
yeah,
but
so I feel like, I think tomorrow is just an
his
introduction.
name's Patrick Garrett, his address is, no.
Okay, that's it for that. We don't have any old business. So the first item of new business is quarterly financials, and Sam has provided us all a report. And is there anything specific, Sam, that you want to point out, or?
I mean, there's, anything where I wrote notes on, that's things that kind of jumped out. The asset sales category, I mean, obviously, we just made a lot more money off the tractor than I anticipated, so, which is a good thing, but when you see 296.5%, you kind of raise your eyebrows. And then, like, for example, 756, the infrastructure, 754, it's 91.7%, but that's because we did so much work on the cabin renovations in the winter. So we got all that done. Now we don't really have to worry about spending so much.
Right.
Yeah, we spent 92% of it, but we don't anticipate spending much more than that throughout the rest of the year. And then the contract labor payment, it's 200. So what happened was, Sharon was a contractor, and we were paying her contract wages. And then we changed her to an employee, part-time employee. But I left $1,000 in the contract labor thing I kind of intended that to be like in addition to what we already paid her, but then I kind of spaced it out and just put 1,000, so that's why it's over, but.
So net, we're ahead for the quarter, right?
Yeah,
Nicely.
that should be, it was supposed to print in color, and that's supposed to be a green.
That's fine.
Down at the bottom.
It looks
So yeah,
good.
for the quarter, we're up 24,000. I mean, it's a little bit skewed because,
So much expenditure. and-
well, Nikki was gone for 2 weeks at the end of March, and so there were some bills that came in that we didn't pay until after he got back, which was, early April. So it's probably closer to, net even, I'd say, but yeah.
I would say one thing regarding that I noticed today that just popped in my mind about that bill paying is we should really pay attention to the bill's due dates because we obviously want to hold on to our money as long as we can. If it's net 30 days to pay, we need to pay in net 30 days, not tomorrow because we got the invoice and go ahead and send our money out. So I would say just let's pay attention to some of this. A lot of ours are just local
Yeah.
businesses and we just pay them because they're local businesses and we of course want to continue to do that. But some of these bigger ones that have like Visa payment bills and all that, we don't need to send out $10,000 a month 3 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, because I mean, it does help with the interest on
Yeah.
the money market.
And
Not
it's
that
just
that's-
holding on to our money as long as we can, which is just a basic business principle. So I would just sort of say, maybe look at that every now and then, just kind of, maybe we don't send out this money so fast.
It's like playing hard to get.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
like- yeah. One of my old companies, we had to negotiate them to pay us in net 30, but we would never pay them unless it was net 45. Big companies do that for literally, it is big deal. I mean, of course, it's millions of dollars, but for, I'm just kind of an old school of hold on to your money until you don't have to.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
true.
anyway, just a thought. But that's a good result for first quarter.
Yeah, especially the, where is it? The 650, you'll see the LLCP lodging. The fact that we made $56,000 in the first quarter, which is typically, other than spring break, January and February are just like
Slow
dead.
months, so that's,
So it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So on this, you have to present this to the city council, right? Or no?
I don't have I just, I forward it to Ida and then she,
Okay. I couldn't remember.
council votes on it, but I don't have to be there or
I
anything.
feel like we have to vote on to approve it.
You guys do have to.
Okay.
be first, yeah.
I think so.
I thought so. Does anybody have any other questions for Sam on this?
No. I did, but I already lost it. Oh, I remember now. The building in Harmon Park that we're fixing up, which we don't really have a name for, do we? We just call it the old CDC building?
I've
whatever
been
we call
calling it the annex.
I've got a name for it, I just don't want to
Yeah,
say
it's
it.
not,
Yeah.
they use four-letter words, yeah, this isn't nice. Do we have some place where you can easily see how much you spent on everything to get it ready?
I would, that's something that, as I keep
Eventually.
doing this job, I learn more and more about QuickBooks especially. And there are some things I would like to start doing whenever we do these bigger especially these bigger projects that have lots of small bills or, lots of varying bills. It's not just one check that we write to a contractor and they do it all. It's very piecemeal together, but you can do tagging, you can tag something and then you just pull up that tag and it would let us know exactly what we spent on it.
So not yet, but we could figure that out later.
You'll probably figure it out. It's flooring. The biggest cost is going to be the contract labor for the utilities, the HVAC and the plumbing and the electric and sheetrock and stuff.
I would say it is probably very important to actually have a itemized list of costs associated with it and evaluate how quickly we recoup the cost over time. because, you know, it might be 10 years, might be 5 years, you know, how long? And, I mean, that's just a basic accounting thing, but I think it's probably a good idea to maybe from up till now, we can go back and get those, but from now on, make sure that
Yeah.
we are sort of somehow putting, even if we make copies of the invoices and put them in a separate pile,
Yeah, that's-
you know, just so you
that's
have a
easy.
file folder that has a copy of all the invoice in it that we can add up and get the total amount.
Fortunately, Adam's done like all the work on it.
He's done the
I mean,
most,
it's
yeah.
pretty easy to look
So
at,
that'd be pretty easy to
Easy.
get, so we should probably do that. I think
I mean-
it's a really good idea.
other than the in-house labor, obviously, but yeah, we'll start using tags.
Yeah, and you
We'll
guys
start-
have been doing, I mean, I think that's one of the things that I really like. I've watched so many times, Sam and the guys, everybody's in there doing it. Nobody's stuck. If you're a gardener, you can still put up sheetrock, you know. If
Yeah.
you're the trails guy, you can still do other things. So
It does rain.
I go down there to do
Yeah,
stuff, and
it's good.
Sam's in there putting the floor in himself. So,
Yeah, it's a good use of all your labor.
I love that you guys are just using your time and saving a lot of money to do that. All right, then, do we have any other questions for Sam? Anybody? All right, do we have a motion then to approve the,
I move that we approve the quarterly financials for January through March 2024.
I'll second that.
motion by Ruth, second by Beth? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. All right, and then the next thing Sam has as part of these is the
Yep.
updated budget.
I also included like the full year budget, just so you guys.
Yeah,
know,
that's
'cause
good.
I'm giving you percentages, but it's nice to be able to look back and see things. And then I also just printed an additional budget with the proposed increase in park attendant hourly
Oh, that's what
wages.
this page is, or?
Yeah, just so
Okay,
you
yeah,
guys
gotcha.
can see, you know, what that does. I mean, it's pretty minimal, but
Okay, wait, I have 2 copies of budget here. Is that just an extra copy, or?
yes, I'm saying I printed one as is and then one with a proposed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
With
this
the
one might
proposed
be.
raises for
Okay,
the-
okay,
yeah.
gotcha. All right. Cool.
No, the bottom line number, total profit losses.
They're very-
Different by just a couple thousand.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
I just felt like using some paper.
Okay.
Okey doke.
Gotcha. All right. And so this includes anything that we have made a motion and passed to add to the budget.
Yes.
Okay, good. And yeah, I think we should continue to just do that every meeting. If there's ever a change to the budget, we should always have an updated one at each meeting.
Yeah.
If we didn't change anything, you don't need to do it, but
Okay.
if there has been changed through a motion, then we should keep track of that. So, good. Probably, yeah, I don't know, maybe half the year, maybe do a budget to actual,
Yeah.
you know, not
There
first
were some
quarter.
things that jumped out at me, and I was gonna see if we could change them, but it's not, for example, like the utilities for Leatherwood are like, I think the 2 utility accounts, that the amount should be swapped.
Ah,
Because like right now, for some reason, and maybe that was a mistake on my part, I put, you know, $20,000 in utilities for the general fund and then only 5 for Leatherwood.
yeah.
When
It sounds like
most
it's
of
probably the opposite.
utilities-
Yeah.
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 So,
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Sam on the budget? This is just a for your information kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and it's just so you guys have you got the quarterly and you got the yearly budget, just
I like
to
that. And it shows
look
the
at, so.
different payroll plan.
And then if you guys choose to vote yes on item 2, then you have a new amended budget
Okay.
that you can keep.
Okay, well then let's move to item 2, which is a park attendant raises. Sam's going to,
I mean, it's pretty
Present
standard.
that.
I mean, yeah, they both started. It's Desra and Amber, and they both worked last year. And when they come back, I mean, we typically just like to give a $1 raise to people when they come back because it's less training and
And these are seasonal employees?
seasonal employees, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, park attendant.
So,
I didn't know for sure if they were going to come back or not. That's why I didn't put it in the original budget, but
okay, so just to clarify, there, it
There's
is
only-
going from what hourly rate to what hourly rate?
from 15 to 16.
Okay.
And the only reason why I put only one LLCP park attendant is because, you know, the hours are 15.59. I mean, they work part-time for part of the year. So really, I mean, like if you added up Amber and Desira's hours
Together.
together, like throughout the whole year, you're going to get something close to this 15.59.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I could do it differently and just put them both in there, but
So what Sam is proposing is for these two seasonal employees to go from the current $15 an hour to $16 an hour
yes.
for the remainder of this temporary, this
Yeah, for
seasonal
this-
period.
this calendar
This
year.
season,
Yeah.
all right? Anybody have any questions for Sam?
That's fair.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to increase their wage to 16 an hour from 15.
Second.
Got a motion by Beth, a second by Jonathan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes 4 to
Just
0.
a general question, because I am kind of new to the board. When was how often do you give like do you ever give a set percentage raise to all the employees?
I like to typically do it, you know, when I present next year's budget, I would like to, you know, have raises already in there. That way, when I set the budget, we're not having to do this every time someone needs a
Right.
raise.
Did we do that this last year?
Yes, yeah.
We did,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't recall.
But I didn't know that, I didn't know for sure if Amber and Desiree were coming back, so
Okay.
that's why I didn't include it.
I just know with cost of living
But-
going like it is, it's good to take care of your employees.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Well, and the other thing is like somebody may have started, let's say, in August,
Mm-hmm.
and then we passed the budget, so he may wait until the summer to give them theirs. So he's not stuck to what,
Just
he's
the
within a
one
budget
yearly thing.
framework,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I typically don't want to give raises mid-year just because it alters the budget, but, I mean, it's not a big deal if we have to, but, you know, yeah, it's just sort of dependent.
Well, and we've had really good luck this year with pretty much everybody being stable and
Yeah,
here, and that's been good.
yeah.
But you obviously would not give a 5% increase to a person who just started.
Yeah, they start, if they start in October and then they, you know.
Like, oh,
yeah.
wait, this is a great place to work. So, yeah,
And we've looked at city COLA raises over the years and kind of same time
and follow the city.
follow, sometimes you know, look at what the recommendations are, talk to them and stuff.
And I feel like also we've been playing catch-up, too.
Yeah,
So I think we're doing a pretty good job of catching up and getting it more in line. All right, so now we're on item 3, which is Director's Annual Performance Fee, which I talked to Butch, and we can go into executive session, so we'll have to,
I'll get out of here.
but I'll need a motion to do that.
Yeah.
I move we go into executive session to discuss Director's Annual Performance Review.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passes 4 to 0.
And, what-